Hello, Happy New Year! Welcome to the first tarot time of 2018. I'm so excited to see you here, and I hope you are well. I hope you had a good New Year's, how do you call it? New Year's celebration, New Year's Eve. And I managed to sleep through it once again. I'm sorry to say. Each year I plan to stay up and to see the fireworks and to see my neighbors and to wish them a happy new year. And I do my best, and I just always fall asleep right before. And this time I made it, I think, until 11:30, and I fell asleep and I slept through the fireworks. So I celebrated the next morning, which is good. I mean, yeah, it is. Part of me thinks, oh, it's just a date. We can start anew every single day. But I quite like rituals and I quite like celebrating. So any excuse to celebrate, it's good for me. Anyway, I hope you are well and I hope you had a good time. And I hope you are looking forward to this brand new year and that you are making the most of the energies at this moment. For me, it really feels like a fresh start, even though it is just a date. It also feels that way. I've been cleaning my house, cleaning out things that don't resonate with me anymore. And there's this change in the air. I really feel a shift has taken place. Everything just looks different. It's hard to explain. Everything just has a different light quality to it. And also it's really intangible, but there's something. I feel different. That's all I can say. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this year. It's also I've made some decisions sound a bit final, but for now I've set intentions are not the word. I made a pact myself to spend less time looking at a computer, at a computer screen, and more time in real life connecting to people. So I am intending to do more in real workshops, or also still with the screen, but online workshops, but more real-time connection, real-time connecting with people, and not just me blogging, writing, just doing things on my own inside. I really needed the time alone. Of course, I have a job and I see people every day, but I also spend a lot of time, and especially weekends, all by myself, just being. And also, I did a lot of writing and a lot of processing, a lot of healing. And I really needed that time for myself to. Always words are a bit difficult. Find myself again. It's not what I'm. Sounds a bit like I lost myself, but to really figure out what do I want. why am I here and what do I want and what makes me happy? And I sort of lost contact with that, and nothing seemed to make me happy for a while. I felt really unsatisfied and very like I was a cork drifting on the water. I was just bobbing along, no direction, just going along. And yeah, I've done enough bobbing. I want I want to go somewhere, and I want to direct my energy and not leak it all over the place. So, um, and I feel I have some now. I have complete overwhelm again. It's either with me, it's either dry or it's complete creative overwhelm. I have so many ideas, and that's another trap I tend to fall in, that I do 100 things and I do a little bit of all those little things, because you can never spread all your time and energy over 100 things. So I also sat down with myself this past month, like, what do I want to focus on in the coming year? And what am I going to not leave behind, because perhaps I'll pick it up a bit later along the road, but not the coming year. And what do I want to focus on, and what do I put on pause for a bit, or just tuck away for a bit and not put too much energy in? So, yeah, and that's all. For me, it's very difficult. I always have a bit of a problem making decisions and choosing. I'm a double Libra, and if you know a Libra, you know they often find it very hard to make decisions or pick something, even in the supermarket. I have like 10 toothbrushes. It takes me forever to pick one. Like, why? What does it matter if it's red or blue or soft or makeup? Even small things like that can take very long for me. I can just doubt things forever. Think about it, keep coming back to it. And I do know. I mean, my gut instinct says I know for other people, I feel it right. It's like that. That's it. And I know for myself as well. But somehow, it's not that I don't. Is it not trusting yourself? I don't know. But I'm doing a lot better, by the way. At the moment, it doesn't really take me that long. For a toothbrush, I pick any of them. But that was just an example. But in the past, yes, that was true. So now I just I just tucked away some things that I like, or that I used to be very passionate about. But for the moment, I'm just focusing on other things, not only a few things, so I can do them really well and go deep, instead of spreading my energy and doing a lot of things shallowly. And also because I can't spend enough time on them as I would like, it makes me very restless. I like to take my time, and I like to really immerse myself in things. And I can also get very lost in that. If I want to know something, I keep reading, I keep researching. And it's the same with these videos. Once I start talking, I just go on tangents. And it's also, for me, I like doing these videos because for me it's also a bit of verbal processing. It's like when you speak to a friend or to a therapist or whatever. Once you start talking, you start processing things. It's different than when you just sit there with just sit there and think. It's different once you start trying to verbalize it. And words are also very strong. So when you have intentions, say them out loud. Words are like a spell. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and So you will see a lot less blogs from me. I hope I can, I hope I can stick to that, because I love to write, but they take way too much time. And I do a lot of writing for myself and journaling, and it looks really easy, a page with some words on it, but it often takes me like 1 or 2 days to write it. Not that full days, but in the evenings when I come home from work, I start writing, or I get up really, really early, like at 5 in the morning, and start writing. And I want to spend that time and energy on other things now. I want to do more art. I want to do more with soul collages, do more workshops. I want to travel more. I want to see my friends a lot more. A lot more. I have so many great friends and family, and I just don't see them enough because, well, yeah, I've been a bit of a hermit, and yeah, and it also traveling, it asks too much energy from me. I'm doing a lot better with traveling and everything, and but even just getting on the train was draining for a long time. I was just so tired, and yeah, so I just sort of, I was very uh, strict on myself what to do with my energy, and I was sort of holding it back too much. I think I was too careful because I was on this verge of, I want to call it burn. Yeah, I think I've had a burnout in the past. I was very near burning out. So every little bit of energy I had, I just hang on to it. But it's always a bit, difficult to feel if it's good. It's the challenge is good to sort of push the boundaries of your energy and see if you can go further, and when to stop. And I just sort of was a bit stuck, like, oh no, every time I was just getting a bit drained or tired, I just want, like, oh, no more, no more, I can't handle it anymore. So and now I'm venturing out more, and I'm not so tired anymore, apart from the falling asleep New Year's Eve. But that's just my rhythm. I get up very, very early, and I just go to bed early. So yeah, so no, not many late nights for me. So even making it to midnight is a bit of a challenge for me. But yeah. So other plans as well. I'm going to do a lot more. Also working on myself, but I don't like these words. Working, playing with myself sounds doesn't sound very good as well. But yeah, I just want to walk my own path and not having to share it in a blog, or just keeping it private and do my own investigations, so to speak, into my inner worlds, and walk my, yeah, pick up where I've left off a few years ago. And I do love to share, and I will keep making these videos, and I will share in different ways, through art and through workshops and soul collage. More creativity. I really need more creativity, and we'll see what will be birthed in the coming year. But yeah, not so much trying to teach or write things about astrology and other topics on a blog. Like, there are so many people writing about astrology and how to set goals and coaching sort of information, which is very good. And of course, everybody gives information in a different way, so it should never stop you. If you feel like, oh, I'm blogging about this, but there are like 100,000 other people blogging about the same topic. No, you will always reach different people, and you always write it in your way that other people will understand. So it should never stop you. I think almost everything has, probably everything we can think of has been done before. We're all connected in this huge grid, and you also know these stories, like people come up with the same idea and they live in opposite ends of the world, even in the past when there was no internet or telephone or anything, and they inventors have come up with the same thing, um, yeah, almost like in the same minute. And that's because we're all tapping out of this one giant field of energy. So don't let that stop you. But for me, it's like, is this really my passion? I mean, I use it myself, astrology, and I read hands, I do tarot, I do so many divination kind of things, but things like astrology, I use it, but I'm no expert. I know the basics, and I, yeah, and I share it, but then I think there are people that do it a lot better. And is it really, really, really my passion? No. So I will not write about that anymore, even though I've done so for a few years now. About the new moons, and then there's the full moon, and with shine. It's all very interesting, but it takes a lot of time. And yeah, I don't think that is my path to share it. I am still very passionate about soul collage and about the tarot. So I will keep um, doing the tarot readings. I will keep offering the service of doing tarot readings for people. And I will delve deeper and deeper into the path of being a tarot reader, because there's so much to know and so much to learn and so many decks to explore. And it's a bit of an obsession and an addiction if you see how many decks I have. Um, so I want to go deeper with that, and I will share more about that. We'll see what happens. And how many? Oh, we're already in 17 minutes. I'm just rambling on. And I was thinking there was something I wanted to say, but I don't know. I wanted to share this with you. Talking about soul collage, I had like a spare hour today, and I thought, there were some cards that I want to make. Sometimes with soul collage, you make a card, and you just put images of one energy. Don't mix energies together. Just make it round. They all have the same energy. Put it on a card, and you read it later to find out what it's telling you or in what group it belongs. And sometimes you start making a card and with a specific either part of yourself or an archetype or a person in your life or an animal. So you go in with the intentions. So, but today I had a few ideas in mind for some parts of me that really want to come out now. And I haven't read these cards yet because I just made them, but they are quite clear on where I am at the moment. So that's quite amazing, really. At first, this is what I was just saying about the balance. From if you your heart is you hold your heart strong, you like really precious with your heart, not too harsh. You can be balanced from a strong heart. And yeah, I really am seeking that balance and not overworking, resting, working hard, resting. I'll find a balance in between. And the balance between mind and heart is so important. And yeah, I'm trying to figure it out what works best for me to balance all these things that I'm so excited about and passionate about, because well, I will always be multi-passionate and I'll always be very curious and want to know new things. I'm always loved learning, and I also feel like learning is a bit like programming. I'm trying to deprogram myself at the moment and look at things that I've learned in the past in a new way and ask questions like, is it really the way I learned it? So, and that opens a whole bunch of new doors. So, yeah, a lot to get into and a lot to let go of. A lot of convictions, a lot of beliefs. So I feel quite like a blank slate at the moment, and I want to fill it with stuff that brings me joy and makes me excited about being alive. So that's very good. Yeah, it's also a bit like, oh gosh, I have to make a choice, and but yeah, I'm feeling really good at the moment. I don't feel a need to do anything. Like I made these cards. Like I took an hour to make 4 cards, and gosh, and I finished a drawing the other day. I want to do so many more drawings. I just haven't taken the time in the past to do it. So I feel like I have to be careful not to fill all that time up with little things, but really keep a focus. So I've written down what I want to do, what I want to focus on. Otherwise, I go all over the place. So if it's really quiet on the Charissa font, Charissa is creating in the background. And this is another card I made. Yeah. Creating in the background, creating things small, fragile, and don't need to be shared on the big interwebs just yet. They're being birthed, they're being nurtured. Also nurturing myself so I can come to full bloom. The flower is still underneath the earth, is still not to be seen. So, yeah, beautiful. And this card, it's about working together. Together we are strong. And this heart is like made of acorns. And for me, the acorn is potential, pure potential and hope. Like every oak has been an acorn. And can you imagine when you see an acorn like this, that one day it's this big, majestic tree? And we can become that big, majestic tree if we support each other. Yeah, I want to work together with people more. I tend to be a bit of a loner and a hermit, but yeah, let's venture out and start trusting again, and together become that big, big, giant, strong tree, blooming tree. This is the last one I made. This is what it feels like at the moment. Something wants to burst out. Creative potential coming from the gut and the heart. I love this card. This really speaks to me. Wow. I'm going to put it on my altar. I think I'm going to put all of them on there. First I'm going to read them. I will do that this afternoon. And while you are really here at 25 minutes is the tarot reading for the coming week, and ask for the energy of the coming week and how we can best work with that. And I picked this card. Oh, always have a bit of problem with. Yeah, is it clear? It's a bit vague, isn't it? There's the camera. Yeah, it's the King of Pentacles. Yeah, the King of the Pentacles are for the element of earth, so all the worldly things such as home and job, work, finances. So this is about worldly success, about abundance, about ambition. Yeah, this card, it's like a big, here he is again, the oak and the acorns. It really made me laugh, and I saw it when I pulled this card. I'm like, oh, there are the acorns again. And the star also featured on my New Year's card. It's for hope and inspiration. And this is, yeah, it's like a King of Pentacles, like this fatherly figure that shares his wisdom, and he's a really good provider. He's like the nurturing father that provides, yeah, the money and the stability, but also, yeah, his wisdom and his fatherly advice. So yeah, and he stands strong, and he is he stands for making plans. It's also, I think, a very good card for the beginning of January, because the King of Pentacles believes in good old planning. It's not very exciting, but he says, have a good plan, do your diligence, and be responsible and pay attention to detail. Yeah, make a good plan. Don't just, like I said before, bob along like a cork on the water. Follow a plan and you will be successful and abundant. And he also says it's really quality over quantity. And that's also what I was referring to before. Like, you can do 100 things, and yeah, just spread your energy a little bit over all these things instead of really putting energy in a few things and doing it really well. And that's the same also with wanting to acquire things. You can have a little 100 little bitty thingies that are not worth much and you don't really think that much of, but you have a lot of them. Or you can invest in a few good or one good thing that you're really happy with. And it's not just about stuff, but it's also about, yeah, about knowledge, about doing things, about creating things. You can create a big masterpiece or a lot of little doodles. So he also says, really, quality over quantity. And also stick with what you know. Yeah, set a plan, but don't start too many new things. Stick with the things that have been tested and that you know work. This is not a time to come up with new strategies. stick with what you work and go deeper in it, in that process, instead of trying something new. Stick with what you know. And yeah, just really, really, how do you call it? Yeah, go deeper. As I was also referring to before, I have a deep need to go deeper instead of wider. I really want to focus again. And that's really what this card is saying. And if you do that, you have great stability, great abundance, and you will, like that acorn, you will become that mighty oak. And yeah. So that is it for today. I wish you a very happy week, and I see you again soon. And if you have a question or feedback, you can leave it below the video, or you can email through my website, and the website is joyincreation.com. So joyincreation.com. And next week the video will be in Dutch again. I do the video 1 week in Dutch and 1 week in English. And that is once again because I can't decide if I want to do this in English or in Dutch. So I just do it both. Don't always have to decide. And I think it works. So I keep doing it for now. What works at this moment? Keep doing it. Try it and test it. Keep doing it. Taking my own advice. Thank you so much. Bye bye. And see you again soon.